Fox Business was rolling out their usual Trumponomics infomercial for the last several weeks about tariffs, and suddenly it ran into regular Fox News. This is really interesting. The big picture of what we're about to see is that Fox is trying to spin up as down, left as right, day as night when it comes to Trump's tariffs. Brian Kilmeade was interviewing Charlie Gasparino, who's a Fox Business correspondent. And I've got to tell you, sometimes on this economic stuff, Charlie Gasparino just tells the truth. And the truth, of course, is that tariffs are import taxes and they make stuff more expensive for Americans, and Americans pay for the tariffs. That's what he tried to explain to Brian Kilmeade. Brian Kilmeade didn't like it. Take a look at this. This is really good stuff.
On that. So, Charlie, I hear you, but it's hard for me to think that this is the type of deal that would have been done in his first term, because between the whole Russia thing and people not taking him seriously, I think if you look at where we were in April and then see what's coming from Indonesia to the Philippines, now the Japan, Vietnam, and now the EU, I think he's pretty much defying almost all of his critics that he didn't have a plan. What about this? 50% tariff on EU steel and aluminum. The big picture there, how is that going to affect all of us?
Well, it's going to, theoretically, if we need to buy steel from them, it's going to cost us more. I mean, again, Brian, you kind of put this in context. Every penny we get from them is being passed to the U.S. consumer. So remember that.
Not necessarily, right? It's got to be the choice.
Yes, necessarily.
You can get because if the company buys it, they could set the price.
Some companies will eat it for now,
and they have
but at
so
some
far.
point,
look at Kilmeade does not want to let Gasparino actually explain this.
So far, but remember, companies don't report to the president. They report to shareholders, and they have a fiduciary responsibility for profit margins. And at some point, and that point is coming. I mean, you can see it. There have been price increases on certain goods. I mean, there's no doubt. And, this deal has just been cut. So I would just say this is good. It's good to have a trade deal. It's better than, and by the way, 15% is manageable. It's not going to blow up the global system. But let's be real clear here. Tariffs cost. They're a tax. That tax often gets passed on to consumers.
Right. And, unless they want to make it here.
Now, we've gone into tariffs deeply so many times now. Brian Kilmeade is theoretically right, unless they want to make it here. But do you know how long it takes to onshore steel manufacturing at the level that the United States needs it? And do you know how much the steel would cost? And you're still passing on that increased cost to consumers. And what Gasparino did here with Kilmeade is he kind of broke a sacred rule of Trump-era media, which is you're not supposed to tell the audience that tariffs are taxes. Don't explain that when Trump says we're making money off of tariffs, what he means is we are charging American companies tariffs. And you're definitely not supposed to say that the money ends up being passed, the cost of that ends up being passed to consumers. Here's one more of this same discussion.
I'll just show everyone at home. This is essentially 15% across the board tariff, so we're going to get some more income. No tariff on U.S. exports to the EU.
You know what? There's overlap here in these clips. I don't even think we need to look at this clip. What's the takeaway here? Trump wants you to believe that tariffs are some kind of populist win. They're awesome for the average American because other countries are paying. The math is really easy. You put a tariff on European steel, the price of everything that uses steel is going to go up. So cars will cost more, appliances that use steel will cost more, buildings, everything's going to go up. That cost is paid by American companies, and they will pass it to you. France doesn't pay the tariffs. Germany doesn't pay the tariffs. Your next washing machine will cost you more, and you will pay that. The money goes to the federal government. It is a tax increase on a working class American who says, I'm going to buy a thing, and it's dressed up as this populist nationalist whatever. And the way Trump world wants to spin it is the tariffs aren't taxes, they give us leverage. The tariffs aren't inflationary, they're actually patriotic. And the tariffs aren't hurting you, they are helping the country. But even Fox guests in this case. He's sort of a reporter for Fox Business, but a guest on Fox News. Even he can't keep up the lie. And he's even sort of deferring in some sense, saying, their companies could eat it, and 15% on some of this stuff isn't that bad. But when you go to the store and you pay more money for a fridge, it doesn't matter how many flags are waving behind Trump as he announces more tariffs. You are footing the bill. And we're going to expand this economic discussion with some additional investigation on the existing effect of these tariffs that have already taken place. It will be on my Substack, substack.davidpakman.com. Look for that sometime later this week.